So.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Good afternoon, everyone. It's 3:04. We'll call the meeting to order. First item is approval of the agenda. Motion approved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Number 2, minutes October 29, 2024 board meeting.
Motion approved. Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? 3, canvass November 5, 2024 general election.
The following are true and correct abstracts of the votes cast in this county at the November 5th, 2024 general election. For President and Vice President, Donald J. Trump and J.D. Vance received 9,479 votes. Kamala D. Harris and Tim Walz received 4,896 votes. Chase Oliver and Mike Termat received 52 votes. Claudia De La Cruz and Karina Garcia received 13 votes. William P. Stodden and Stephanie H. Chilinsky received 1 vote. Robert F. Kennedy Jr. and Nicole Shanahan received 127 votes. Shiva Ayadurai and Crystal Ellis received 3 votes. Scattering received 12 votes for a total of 14,583 votes. United States Representative District 3, Zach Nunn received 9,092 votes. Landon Bockham received 4,993 votes. Scattering received 24 votes for a total of 14,109 votes. State Representative District 25, Hans Wills received 7,972 votes. Brenda Curran received 4,321 votes. Scattering received 12 votes for a total of 12,305 votes. State Representative District 26, Austin Harris received 1,353 votes. Darcy Whitlow received 374 votes. Donald Guyer received 54 votes. Scattering received 1 vote for a total of 1,782 votes. Supreme Court Justice David May, yes votes received 7,170 votes. No votes received 3,623 votes for a total of 10,793 votes. Court of Appeals Judge Mary Elizabeth Chickley, yes votes received 6,815 votes. No votes received 3,355 votes for a total of 10,170 votes. Court of Appeals Judge Samuel Langholtz, yes votes received 6,445 votes. No votes received 3,475 votes for a total of 9,920 votes. Court of Appeals Judge Mary Ellen Tabor, yes votes received 6,651 votes. No votes received 3,290 votes for a total of 9,941 votes. Court of Appeals Judge Tyler J. Wheeler, yes votes received 6,566 votes. No votes received 3,328 votes for a total of 9,894 votes. District 8A Judge Michael Carpenter, yes votes received 7,811 votes. No votes received 2,696 votes for a total of 10,507 votes. District 8A Judge Crystal S. Kronk, yes votes received 6,654 votes. No votes received 3,239 votes for a total of 9,893 votes. District 8A Judge Myron Gukin, yes votes received 6,723 votes. No votes received 3,224 votes for a total of 9,947 votes. District 8A Judge Sean R. Showers, yes votes received 6,792 votes. No votes received 3,050 votes. for a total of 9,842 votes. District 8A Associate Judge Patrick J. McAvan. Yes votes received 7,042 votes. No votes received 2,826 votes for a total of 9,868 votes. District 8A Associate Judge Daniel Perry Kitchen. Yes votes received 6,694 votes. No votes received 3,055 votes for a total of 9,749 votes. District 8A Associate Judge Rochelle Mahaffey. Yes votes received 6,830 votes. No votes received 2,946 votes for a total of 9,776 votes. Constitutional Amendment number 1. Yes votes received 9,830 votes. No votes received 2,504 votes for a total of 12,334 votes. Constitutional Amendment number 2. Yes received 10,111 votes, and no votes received 2,123 votes for a total of 12,234 votes. County Board of Supervisors. Harry Kennedy received 7,500 votes, and Brian Morgan received 6,473 votes. Scattering received 18 votes for a total of 13,991 votes. We therefore declare Harry Kennedy to be duly elected for the office of County Board of Supervisors. County Auditor Kelly Spurgeon received 10,289 votes. Scattering received 250 votes for a total of 10,539 votes. We therefore declare Kelly Spurgeon to be duly elected for the office of County Auditor. County Sheriff Kelly Lee Pfeiffer received 5,638 votes. Donald L. Phillips received 8,294 votes. Scattering received 29 votes for a total of 13,961 votes. We therefore declare Donald L. Phillips to be duly elected for the office of County Sheriff. County Attorney to fill vacancy. Stevie Grove received 10,616 votes. Scattering received 166 votes for a total of 10,782 votes. We therefore declare Stevie Grove to be duly elected for the office of County Attorney to fill a vacancy. Adams Township Trustee Eric Klein received 238 votes. Scattering received 1 vote for a total of 239 votes. We therefore declare Eric Klein to be duly elected for the office of Adams Township Trustee. Agency Township Trustee Keith Chris received 256 votes. Scattering received 2 votes for a total of 258 votes. We therefore declare Keith Chris to be duly elected for the office of Agency Township Trustee. Agency Township Clerk to fill a vacancy. Danielle Batterson received 256 votes. Scattering received 0 votes for a total of 256 votes. We therefore declare Danielle Batterson to be duly elected for the office of Agency Township Clerk to fill a vacancy. Agency Township Trustee to fill a vacancy. Carlton L. Dial received 241 votes. Dakin Stover, write-in candidate, received 1 vote. Sherry Simmerl, write-in candidate, received 1 vote. Colton Millard, write-in candidate, received 1 vote. And Kevin Caller, write-in candidate, received 1 vote. Scattering received 3 votes for a total of 248 votes. In this particular office, it was vote for 2 and only 1 person ran, so I'll have the chairperson draw a name out of the bucket, and then we'll know who the other person is.
This is the one we're drawing for.
Yes.
With great power comes great responsibility. Sherry Simmerl. Simmerl? Sorry, Sherry.
Council, we therefore declare Carlton L. Dial and Sherry Summerall to be duly elected for the office of Agency Township Trustee to fill vacancy for the remainder of the term. Cass Township Trustee, James Woodruff received 55 votes. Scattering received 0 votes for a total of 55 votes. We therefore declare James Woodruff to be duly elected for the office of Cass Township Trustee. Center Township Trustee, Will Heckert received 672 votes. Scattering received 11 votes for a total of 683 votes. We therefore declare Will Heckert to be duly elected for the office of Center Township Trustee. Columbia Township Trustee, Jacob Davis, write-in candidate, received 7 votes. Scattering received 12 votes for a total of 19 votes. We therefore declare Jacob Davis to be duly elected for the office of Columbia Township Trustee. Competine Township Trustee, Burl Jackson received 103 votes. Scattering received 1 vote for a total of 104 votes. We therefore declare Burl Jackson to be duly elected for the office of Competine Township Trustee. Dahlonega Township Trustee, Mark Wagner received 204 votes. Scattering received 5 votes for a total of 209 votes. We therefore declare Mark Wagner to be duly elected for the office of Dahlonega Township Trustee. Green Township Trustee, Vicky Baum, write-in candidate, received 11 votes. Scattering received 41 votes for a total of 52 votes, and we therefore declare Vicky Baum duly elected for the office of Green Township Trustee. Highland Township Trustee, Brent A. Cobbler received 128 votes. Scattering received 1 vote for a total of 129 votes. We therefore declare Brent A. Cobbler to be duly elected for the office of Highland Township Trustee. Keokuk Township Trustee, Jim Campbell, write-in candidate, received 2 votes. Scattering received 22 votes for a total of 24 votes. We therefore declare Jim Campbell duly elected for the office of Keokuk Township Trustee. Pleasant Township Trustee, Kevin Wayne McDaniel, received 115 votes. Scattering received 0 votes for a total of 115 votes. We therefore declare Kevin Wayne McDaniel to be duly elected for the office of Pleasant Township Trustee. Pleasant Township Trustee to fill a vacancy, Larry K. Sample received 128 votes. Scattering received 0 votes for a total of 128 votes. We therefore declare Larry K. Sample to be duly elected for the office of Pleasant Township Trustee to fill a vacancy. Polk Township Trustee, Ben Larkin, write-in candidate, received 4 votes. Scattering received 29 votes for a total of 33 votes. We therefore declare Ben Larkin duly elected for the office of Polk Township Trustee. Richland Township Trustee, Mary Ellen Smith received 102 votes. Mike Allman received 123 votes. Scattering received 1 vote for a total of 226 votes. We therefore declare Mike Allman to be duly elected for the office of Richland Township Trustee. Washington Township Trustee, Robert W. Thomas received 175 votes. Scattering received 4 votes for a total of 179 votes. We therefore declare Robert W. Thomas to be duly elected for the office of Washington Township Trustee. Washington Township Trustee to fill a vacancy, Dave Weir received 179 votes. Scattering received 2 votes for a total of 181 votes. We therefore declare Dave Weir to be duly elected for the office of Washington Township Trustee to fill a vacancy. Soil and Water Conservation District Commissioner, James D. Sterling received 7,079 votes. Don Swanson received 7,722 votes. Terry Wilhoit received 7,078 votes. Scattering received 102 votes for a total of 21,981 votes. We therefore declare James D. Sterling, Don Swanson, and Terry Wilhoit to be duly elected for the office of Soil and Water Conservation District Commissioner. Agricultural Extension Council member, Lisa Reese received 7,165 votes. Aaron L. Ruff received 6,336 votes. Clint Witt received 6,599 votes. Laura Ammenhauser received 6,154 votes. Brenda Jones, write-in candidate, received 42 votes. Scattering received 387 votes, for a total of 26,683 votes. We therefore declare Lisa Reese, Aaron L. Ruff, Clint Witt, Laura Ammenhauser, and Brenda Jones duly elected to the office of Agricultural Extension Council members. County Agricultural Extension Council to fill vacancy, David Smith received 9,338 votes. Scattering received 91 votes, for a total of 9,429 votes. We therefore declare David Smith to be duly elected for the office of County Agricultural Extension Council to fill vacancy. And Fairfield School District Public Measure LR, yes votes received 0 votes, no votes received 0 votes, for a total of 0 votes. Yes.
Did you go through those one more time?
Just let me get a drink of water.
Well, Danielle, I want to thank you, your whole office, Kelly. I don't think there was really any issues this year with anything. The lines up there for the last 3 weeks were tremendous, and so we ended up having over 6,000 early votes come in. So tremendous job as always. So thank you for what you guys do. Need a motion to accept and file.
I move to accept. Second.
Anything else to add? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Number 4, grocery renewal, HIPAA 1115 to 24 to 1114 to 25. This is just a renewal of our HIPAA compliance folks. And Roger, you got a couple things to add, I would imagine.
Yeah, I'm going to
Feel free to talk fast.
Yeah, to do our presentation, let you know where we are, what we've accomplished, and what's going to happen. So if we can get you to screen share, she'll pull up her quick presentation.
Okay. All right, so I will go through this as quickly as possible. If I can get it to do. Today I'm going to talk about your on-demand training, your audit and management program, your attestation materials, and then your renewal. First, we'll discuss your training. So your statistics, I currently have 124, this is as of November 6th, sorry, 124 trainees, 7 active courses, 868 courses are currently assigned, 628 courses currently completed, which gives you an overall completion rate of 72.4%. We did just release the newest course within the last month, so I wanted to go ahead and calculate the overall completion rate without that new course in there. So without that new course, you're at 77.7. This is the comparison. In October of 2021, you were at 73.2%. October of 22, you were at 57.2%. October of 23, 73.7%. So you guys brought that rate back up. And then, like I just said, as of November 6th, you're at 72.4%. So you stay consistently there. We do want you to be above 80%, because at that percentage, we believe that we can successfully defend you in the case of a breach. When we look at your departments, as of November 6th, we had 8 departments that were over 80%. So that's great. Of course, we want to get more of those departments up above the 80% so that your overall completion rate is above 80%. However, I just wanted to add one more slide that's not included in the information that I gave you last week, because I had sent out an email to department heads saying that I would update the numbers as of November 11th. So I wanted to stand behind that. I wasn't thinking about providing the information to you ahead of time for your packet. So I wanted to go ahead and include this. The only 3 departments changed from November 6th to the 11th. And that was the attorney's office. They did get above the 80%. So that's great. And then secondary roads and the sheriff's office both increased. Secondary roads went up 1%, and the sheriff's office went up 4% in those last days. So I did want to acknowledge that because I did tell the department heads that that's what I would be reporting on. As a little discussion, and I need a little bit of input from you guys, we had an employee that reached out to us through your mental health department. They're also part of the SEAL mental health region. They requested that we take them out of our training system before we can make a recommendation as to if we think that's a good idea or not. We have a few questions. I did reach out to that employee to try to get the questions answered, and I didn't receive a response. But our first question, so that we can make this determination, is what is the relationship currently between SEAL and Wapello County?
Well,
And maybe I should start with the other question first.
I'm wondering if SIL's an outdated acronym. So most of the employees in that are under Mahassey now, is that region.
The new region, okay.
Correct.
Yeah. Used to be SEAL, and they
Right,
combined
which,
with other
so
ones.
I believe you guys still serve, do you guys still serve the Mahassey region?
No.
Which would be more or less from Monroe County over to Des Moines County, Lee County, Washington. You guys don't do that.
No, we don't have that region.
We don't do the
I know
region. We
that-
have a number of counties within the region that we
Sure.
work for. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember like SEAL also, you guys also covered SEAL, maybe
We
at
did.
that time. SEAL's been gone for a little while now, but yeah. So I think if they're covered under it and they're going through the compliance under Mahassey, then I don't have a problem with them being necessarily removed out of this, because I think it'd be just doubling up necessarily on it. But I think that's something I can find out. Let me ask. We actually have a meeting tomorrow.
So what we would be looking at is are you the employee of record for any of the employees?
The
Is Wapello-
employee record.
The employer of record.
Yeah. I mean, we're the pass through. I mean, they're paid through us, but then we're reimbursed from the region. So
Okay.
maybe it drops out the other way. Maybe they do HIPAA through you, but not the Mahassey region.
Right.
The other question is, in terms of systems they use, are they working off your system? A number of the counties, they're part of a region. The region's actually gone in and installed their own equipment, put them on their own network, the region's network. So is that the situation at Wapello, or are they running off of your servers and whatnot?
I have no idea what you just asked.
Okay. So here's where I come down on it.
So I'm assuming the employee is doubling up on HIPAA trainings. I'm assuming that's what their issue is. Is that what I'm gathering? They're doing HIPAA trainings through the region, then they're also doing HIPAA trainings through the county.
Right. The challenge is that the HIPAA training, should be on your own policies and procedures. And so we don't know what the policies and procedures that the region have are, so there's that disconnect. But I don't think it raises a major risk as long as we're getting the training done. I would suggest that you just have a memo that recognizes the fact that for this individual that the all the compliance will be under the region as opposed to under the county, kind of protect you.
Sure.
If there happens to be a breach either at the region or at that person has a breach at the county. So I'm comfortable if we have a memo for the record stating that and then dropping them from our training.
I'll have more answers tomorrow on that. That work?
Yep.
Thank you.
Also, Board of Supervisors, they take that down to 3. We don't have a secretary anymore.
Okay.
Yeah, we like being graded on the curve and blowing our curve.
Yeah, that ups us to 47%.
Yeah. Still not passing.
Now, if somebody would do theirs, we would.
It's always the supervisors.
One.
Drag everybody else down.
Okay. Do you guys have any other questions about the training at all?
Nope, I don't. You?
Nope, congratulations. Recorder's office, 100%.
We got public health recorder, IT.
I don't know if we can count IT and GIS. They got what people? One people.
One people. All right. So now I'll talk about your audit. As we've talked about in the past, the audit process is broken into 3 sections. We have the security section, the privacy section, and then the breach section. As we look at each section, you'll see that each protocol is broken down to a residual risk. Then we have the audit protocol, which is either complete or incomplete. The overall risk score, which is low if it's a completed item and moderate if it's an incomplete item. And then we have the date for review, which shows the target date for when we're going to audit that protocol again during the next audit cycle. As we're doing this audit process, we're also updating your security risk assessment, your privacy risk assessment, and reviewing your policies to see if there's any changes that we think need to be made. So we're killing all 4 of those regulation birds with one stone there, the one process. Within the security section, we have not completed the technical safeguards or the high-tech specifications. Those are actually set for this quarter, just haven't got to those yet. I will be sending out information to IT on what we're looking for so that we could get those completed. They've never been an issue to complete in the past, and so I don't believe they're going to be an issue completing them now during this quarter as well. Then we have the privacy section, and we have audited all of the protocols under the privacy section, have them rescheduled for the next cycle. So you're good there on the privacy section. Under the breach protocols, we do have one that is incomplete, and that's training. And that's only because your rate is below the 80% that we need it to be at to successfully defend you. So once that we get that rate above 80%, we'll have that item complete as well. We move to your attestation materials. We have your certificate of attestation. You can use this to show that you are compliant with the regulations, that we're stating that you are, to our satisfaction, compliant with the regulations. This is good for years, so it starts on November 15th, which is your renewal date, and then goes on for the next year. Then we have your website seal. Just like it sounds, you can put this on your website to show your constituents and the public that you are taking their privacy seriously, and we are attesting that you are compliant with regulations. We also have the medallion, which is the same thing as the website seal, just different formatting for different items. If you want to put this one on your website, that's fine too. Or either one of them can go on promotional materials or anything like that if you wanted to do that. Then we have your letter of compliance to the regulations. Same thing, this is good for a year. It is basically the same thing as the certificate, but it goes through the different regulations that we are saying that you are compliant with, so just more detailed besides just the certificate. Then we have your full audit report, which includes the sections that I just went over. The beginning is just a little preamble on the regulations, and then we have the sections we just went over, and at the end there's a little summary that just describes that we do have those 3 items that are outstanding. We mentioned your training in there, that it's currently at the 72.4%. We want to see that at 80% to limit your risk. So it's just a little summary in there about what we've talked about. The renewal date actually is not November 6th, it's November 15th. You are currently on the HIPAA Select program, and your renewal amount is $11,052. You signed your engagement letter for this contract year before July 1st of this year, which locked your price in so that you don't have to feel the increase that we had to impose as of July 1. So you are remaining the same, and you've already signed your engagement letter, so we're good to go with that. I just wanted to remind you that we are still offering the $100,000 indemnification should you be assessed any federal fines or penalties if you have a breach. And you do have to be compliant with the items in the compliance checklist, which is the same as it was. We haven't changed it at all. Same as it was when you signed your indemnification agreement. But with your service level of HIPAA Select, there's 2 main things that you really have to pay attention to, and that's getting that training report or training completion rate up above the 80% and keeping it there. And then if you have any incidents and breaches, making sure that you report those to us so that we can investigate and make sure that all precaution safeguards and stuff are in place if something should happen. And that's all that I had, unless you guys have any questions.
Any questions?
Let me jump in for a moment then. So we've started another service where we're evaluating our clients' websites to see if they have tracking pixels, third-party cookies, or data stroke loggers. Gives us an indication of whether the website has been compromised and can actually be a compliance issue, can be a breach. So just so you know, we reviewed county's website, couldn't find anything. So you get a clean bill of health on that. Coming in next year, moving forward, we'll be adding that to the presentation and as part of the audit. So just a heads up on that.
Okay. Thanks, Roger. Stephanie?
You're welcome.
Any questions from anyone else? Was there a motion to accept the renewal?
Motion to accept.
Second.
Anything further to add? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? All right, you're approved. Stay on, people.
Approval, thank you.
Stay on.
We will. Thanks,
Well, we
guys.
always appreciate your efforts, so thank you.
Thank you, guys. Thanks for being on the call.
We'll just have Lisa give the department head
There you
briefing
go.
on that.
You see, you're in charge of HIPAA compliance. We'll do that the first of the year. All right, number 5, employment contract and agreement with zoning administrator. You been working without a contract?
Yes, I am.
It's worked good so far.
Yeah, this, we kind of dropped the ball. We've had this in our hands for a long time. We just haven't got it signed. And she keeps asking. Like she's worried about something. Motion to approve the contract.
I'll second.
For clarification, Rand has been back with us now for 3 months. His probation period's over, so it's signed the contract. It's been moved and seconded. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Personnel request for payroll approval, new hire dispatcher sheriff, was fill a vacancy, correct?
Yes, sir. I'll move to approve.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Request for payroll approval, new hire clerk in motor vehicle office, that's also filling a vacancy.
Motion approved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Request payroll approval, new hire motor vehicle, also the vacancy.
Motion approved.
Second.
Those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Treasurer's investment report, October 2024, need a motion to accept and file.
Move to accept and file.
Second.
Those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Other business come before the board.
Brian, I know you got about a month and a half left. I want to take this opportunity to say thank you for what you've done for Wapello County here. I've been appreciated working with you, and maybe we'll see you in the future. So.
Absolutely.
Yeah, can't-
Hopefully,
can't
not
wait
the
to see
back
him
of the
go.
squad.
What's that?
You can't wait to see him go.
No, that's not true.
I do.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Teaching.
Thanks. Yeah. Thank you.
I can cook a hamburger now.
Still not higher than the deputies, going.
Dang it. I'd at least get one in before you
Yeah, maybe. Any other business coming before the
Wiley. Your meeting you want to have over the fourth quarter, is it 11 to 3? Is that a whole 4 hours or just an hour?
No, it's just a 1 hour. It's just a 1 hour quarterly review. And it'd be Zoom.
Well, the fifth work for you guys, 12/5.
December 5th?
If we do it at 3 o'clock, we have or even at 2 o'clock, we have landfill maybe at 4.
So 2 o'clock, 12:05.
2 o'clock. 2 o'clock should be fine.
So we're fourth quarter true space. That's in your office.
Well, we can do it here. We'll do it Zoom.
Okay. Zoom and think room. Kelly,
Should be able to do that. Anything else? Bueller? All right, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
motion to adjourn.
Second.
Those in favor?
Aye.
We're adjourned.